So you want to quit college and go to clown school. That's a conversation that I have never had with my parents because I didn't have the courage. But these conversations are what are important to have with our parents in order to maintain our mental health and to maintain the relationships with our family members. Because when we have dreams, it's important that we follow them. There's a good quote by Franklin University, and it says, "Your decisions are your decisions. More importantly, your dreams are your dreams, and your aspirations are your aspirations." Having a dream is a lot like having an ice cream cone. The longer you hold on to it and you don't do anything about it, the less fun it's going to be for you, the more chaotic it's going to be, and eventually you might not even have it anymore. We need to take the opportunities that we can when they arrive. In a study done by Annie, they found that people who pursue their dreams feel less anxiety, less hostility, less depression, and they enjoy more positive moods than those who spend their time in other ways. There's a huge mental health epidemic today, and it's getting everybody, so watch out. Mental health swords right behind your back. And anything we can do in order to prevent that and have a happier life, don't you think that we should pursue it? And having a good relationship with our family members is definitely part of that. In a journal called Year 13, they have 5 easy steps on how to have these difficult conversations with our parents. The first one is be sure of your decision. Maybe you don't want to be a clown that bad. That's okay. Go to college like your parents want you to. Go be a regular person, which is kind of boring, but whatever. But when you are sure of your decision, that's when you can start having these discussions with your parents. The second one is not everyone needs to know. These difficult conversations are hard enough to have with those you love. You definitely don't have to have them with the next door neighbor or your barber or the weird crackhead at the gas station at 2 a.m. Not everybody needs to know. Sometimes it's okay to just say, hey, I'd rather not talk about it. Number 3, have your reasons prepared. When your family comes at you with like logic and reason about how being a clown isn't healthy, you have your reasons prepared. And when they see the confidence and the drive that you have for being a clown, they'll understand. 4, sort out your plan B. When you have a plan in mind, when it comes to getting over your fear of balloons when making balloon animals, or how to get one of those little tiny clown cars that are bigger on the inside, when you have a plan set in motion for each of those, your parents are going to be more confident in the decisions that you have to make. And 5, don't freak out if they freak out. Yes, clowns are kind of scary, especially when your kid walks up to you and says, hey, mom, I want to be a professional clown. But when your parents freak out and they start acting like clowns, if you keep a cool head, we know who in the end will end up a real clown. This is a good script from Robert Carochi. And I'm going to take it piece by piece to start off with. It says, Mom and Dad, can we talk about how we want things to go when the inevitable moment comes to where I have to make choices that you don't like? And the key word there is inevitable, because even if you don't want to be a clown, maybe you bring home a boyfriend who's a crackhead, or maybe you want to get a face tattoo. We're all going to make decisions our parents don't like. But the important part is to work through those. How will we work through that? And when your parents and you have a plan, they'll be more understanding, and these difficult conversations will be way less harder to have. I know you want me to be a responsible adult. Sometimes parents think of us as kids, and it's an easy reminder that, hey, I'm not 12 anymore. And sometimes that's going to be making mistakes that I have to learn from. In these moments, what I need is your support and not necessarily your approval. Make your parents feel heard, make them feel like their opinion is valid in your eyes. That way, they're going to be much more likely to have a good experience when you tell them that you want to quit being a doctor in order to pursue juggling. And in conclusion, when we have these conversations with our parents, our relationship with them is going to be so much better. I don't need to tell you that a love from a mom and a dad is important, but there's a good article in Forbes magazine about the key to happiness. And 2 of the things that were mentioned were to do more of what you're good at and less of what you're not so good at, and to thoroughly enjoy what you're currently doing. If you can find joy in the thing you're doing in life, you've cracked the code. And when you can have these easy conversations with your parents and not be scared of them, you'll be much more likely to be adventurous and to pursue your dreams. And so go do something amazing. Those are my citations. The end.